Hey guys, it's Talion Trevere here with more Amarantus. Today, we are finally doing Like a Spark. I've been so very much looking forward to it. I can't wait to finally try to get some kind of answers. I don't really know what to expect here exactly. Like, I don't know if it's going to be pretty much the same as the other route, but just with extra little bits of context sprinkled in. I don't know if it's going to be exactly the same up until like the end, where the end is going to have some new content. I don't know if maybe the entire thing is just going to be completely different. And there's going to be different choices, different everything. I have no idea. But I'm definitely looking forward to finding out. I just have so many questions and so many things that I want to have answered and also just want to finally see happen. Like, can we finally get a route where nobody dies, please? Please. It's all I want, really. Though actually the other thing, I I saw something like slightly spoilery. I don't know if it really counts as spoilers, but apparently it is at some point possible to hug Reckon, and you better believe I am dying to do that. So, hopefully we'll get a chance at some point. But yeah, I want to know what Kodas's deal is. I want to know what Malantari's deal is, like what their relationship is with him. Yeah, I want finally confirmation about, Auric and his parents and his whole situation. Like, I've been pretty confident about my theories, but you never know. Like, games like this will always try to pull the rug out from under you, so we'll see. We'll see, we'll see. Yeah, let's not ramble too much. Let's just get on with it. Ooh, I want to know. Let's do it. And I think I will probably read out all of the dialogue this time. Just because at this point it's kind of been a while since we've, you know, gone through this dialogue the first time. I mean, our first playthrough was weeks and weeks ago at this point. I could be your friend, if you'd like to be. If I was... No. That is not at all what I want. Do you think this will be alright? I don't want to do anything that won't end well for your... Ooh, we're getting a little bit more of this. I know that it will start well. If I was all on your side, I would be a war. That is some weird phrasing. What does that mean? And then? Tari gave him the steak so he'd stop complaining. So he's sitting there, steak juice running down his face, all swelled up. And with him stuck in the chair, Tari starts waving around the knife. Why did you even try talking to them? They're no better than feral dogs, no oversight. Mel said he was being perfectly civil, and he was sensible enough to ask anyone coming from the capital from updates on the Lord. Okay, hang on. So I can follow what the heck is going on in this conversation. Tari reckoned they probably thought he was a spy. Did he look like a spy? He was marginally better dressed than Moray's spies tend to be. Anyway, he said he'd go back out tonight and find somebody higher ranked. Tari said absolutely not. She'd go ask around instead. which I reckon was a relief all around.
She's better than he is with rough and ready types. What news are they after?
They don't tell me. It's my birthday in a couple weeks. Maybe they're still worried about conscription.
No one's being conscripted.
Not yet. You know, with Tari out of the house, I could always make a break for it now.
They won't let anything bad happen to you, Ari. They'll tell you when to go.
They talk big, but I've never seen them do anything. If enlisters come round, they'll hand me right over. I'm not special. I think you are, buddy.
They won't send you off to war against Akalau, Ari. They won't. I'm sure of it. How is Marae? Marius?
Marae's comfortable. When is Marae not comfortable? But Marius is having a time. Love the capital time. I'm trying to help. If it doesn't get better for him soon, what if it doesn't? I love the weird glitchy effects around her. So cool. Also, side note, I love this background. It's so just like fuzzy and watercolory. It's very beautiful.
You can only meet him where he is, Ari. I know it's hard, but you meet him where he is.
And lift.
And lift.
She pats me fondly on the head. I want to know more about her first. Oh man, I love that animation of her moving. It's so kind of freaky looking. How are you doing?
How am I doing? I'm proud that I helped to raise a kid like you. The days seem to go by faster and faster. One day I'll blink and you'll be 50, and I'll still be proud.
Thanks, Marion.
You're welcome, kiddo. Now, I think we should... Huh?
Oh, there it is. So he was literally in the middle of a conversation when this happened. Oh, that's so cool that we're gonna... I'm assuming throughout the entire game we're gonna be getting little conversations with Marion. That's very cute. Auric! You have to go, boy. Dad? They're at the door. Tari can hold them off, but it'll turn bad any moment. Was that the front door? Lucy pulls me to my feet. Come on, boy. Don't look at me like... I have your things. You packed? How'd she... You had a bag ready for me. They're trying to take you away, Auric. You have to leave. They found us. But you always said... We're not ready. They can't take you this easily. What about you two? You have to hide, Auric. The Bell Guards will take you in. They'll have to if you beg for sanctuary. Don't tell Marae more than you have to. And don't go wandering about. If they're coming for everyone, shouldn't we... Stop asking questions! Is that... Mum? All we've ever tried to do was keep you alive, Auric. Don't risk that for us now. Look, son. Just wait. Wait, all right? We'll sort this out and come for you. Yeah, he does great at that. Dad, Go! We need to... Alright. What are we gonna do this route? To be honest, I haven't really entirely decided. There are a bunch of things that I still want to try, a lot of other routes that I want to do, and obviously we can totally try to do routes that we've already done, but, you know, with the extra sort of New Game Plus content. Hey, Radio Iskandar, welcome! You made it! I don't know if this is a good or bad place to jump in on this game, but it'll be fun. Shoot. Let's see. What do I want to do? One thing that I kind of wanted to try was go with the like Rayanne opening and then go like full pacifist from there, because the first time I did it, I kind of like accidentally picked the pacifist dialogue, and there was this sort of it would occasionally mention things about how Arik was like, he was sort of like inclined to violence and aggression, but he was like trying to change and be better. But then I kind of ended up abandoning that to go for Rayanne's route anyway, so I kind of want to see if I can see that through to the end. Like if I can do like a kind of redemption arc almost. Maybe let's try that. Can I ask for a brief recap of what's going on? Well, what's going on currently is we're at the very beginning of the game again. So... Okay, I've done a bunch of playthroughs of this game at this point, and the basic idea is that we're gathering together our friends to go and try to do a revolution, except, to be honest, most of the focus is more on like the character interactions and relationships than actually trying to plan this revolution. And the whole revolution plan is honestly kind of a mess, and so far it has never succeeded. But right now I'm starting a new route, which is more of like a New Game Plus kind of thing with extra bonus content. And on this route, it should be possible, hopefully, to actually get shit done. I don't know in what way, but at the very least, hopefully it won't, you know, go as horribly as it previously has. The main change in this route so far, and by so far I mean we literally just started like 10 minutes ago, is that we're seeing some new scenes of things going on in our protagonist Arik's head. So there is a ghost lady that is talking to him, and that he was talking to throughout the game in the previous routes, but we never actually got to see it. Now we're actually getting to see it, where he's talking to our ghost lady Marion, who I'm like 99% certain is actually his mother. So yeah, we're gonna go through the game again, this time with extra mom dialogue, I guess. We'll see if there are other changes, but yeah, let's give it a try, see what happens. So like for the most part, this should mostly be familiar content, but hopefully we'll be getting more information now. 3 soldiers stand in the yard. 2 soldiers stagger from the front door. A third emerges, stepping backwards, dragging Tari out of the house. Blood drips across her face. They dump her in the grass beneath the sheets hanging on the line and vanish back inside. Tari scrapes herself up to her hands and knees. Her eyes dart to my window, then scan around. So basically, it's our friends we made along the way with Revolution as an excuse. Kinda. I mean, some of them were friends that we already were friends with, but, you know, we get to see new sides of them and to get a little bit closer to them on our Revolution road trip. So Tari is the protagonist's adopted mother. So currently there are soldiers storming their house, and his adopted father like sent him to run away, and now we're observing as our house is attacked. She sees me. She glares. All right, we're running, fine. So they've finally been caught. All and Tari were always so sure they'd get away with it, but you can't go around talking like that forever. The Lord had to nab them eventually. Oh, so there's actual conflict going on? Oh yeah, there's actual conflict for sure. They sent us all the way out here for this. I don't mind. Isn't it nice to get out? We're not carters. Taking back to the capital. Why are we? It's scenic. Try enjoying the fresh country air. All might say run, but Tari put up a damn good fight. I am her son, after all. Alright. I guess we're gonna try it. Maybe I can take them. I draw in a deep breath. The air is still and silent. I reach carefully into my bag. There, my sword. How would Tari do this? Go for the arms, back of the knee, base of the neck. If I can stop just one of them, everyone gets a few extra minutes to go underground. Sounds very noble. All my life I've been hearing about tyranny. This is my first chance to do something. Tari would approve, right? Keep steady, Ari. Breathe down to the bottom of your lungs. See, it can be hard to tell what's actually Arik's dialogue and what's Ghost Mom speaking in his head. And I'm pretty sure this line right here is Ghost Mom speaking in his head. Partially because it's someone talking to him, and partially because it calls him Ari instead of Arik. So yeah, this is the kind of weirdness we're dealing with here. I come around behind them, keeping small. All right. All right. I cough as I hit the ground. Try to get back up. Not a chance. Something. Anything. I try to get my arms up to protect my head. The boot comes down anyway. I can't. It's all pain and breaking and bleeding and over again. No moment to breathe, no chance to move. All I can taste is my own blood filling my mouth. Stay like this. Oh, that's new. Stop right here. I don't know whose dialogue this is. Is this Ghost Mom? Everything can just stay like this for a moment, where it doesn't hurt. I think it is. I have you, Marion. You can't stay here. They've been waiting for you for so long. I can't move. You must. I can't. Stop haunting me. Move, boy. Please don't make me. I tried to move. Look what happened. You pick yourself up and you keep going, Ari. And maybe you learn from whatever it was you did. But I will not give up on you before we are finished. Wake up, Ari. The air is thick with blood and soil. Two small hands hook under my arms. This ain't gonna be nice, but you're gonna live. I twitch my eyes out to follow hers. The street is empty. Everything hurts. It's raining on me through the holes in the roof. Very, very slowly. I lift my arms just so I can see them. I've been hurt before. You can't live anywhere in Richard without breaking something or other and then breaking someone else's something else. As a kid, I once broke an arm in some dumb brawl. Mal, pale with fright, had swallowed his pride and taken me to a surgeon. See, this is another thing that's like weird things about Arik. Like, I mean, it could just be that Mal has something against doctors, but I also kind of feel like they're trying to hide him. Like they're trying not to let people see Arik as much as possible. Not like literally hiding him, but like, you know what I mean? Like hiding him from the right, making sure he's not found by the wrong people. Never set quite right. This looks better. I brush stiff fingers over my face and feel dried blood and... Ow, fuck. My fingers will probably be okay, but my face will look charmingly rustic. I'm starved and aching, but alive. More than my inner voice of reason thinks I deserve. What else? I go to raise my shirt, but oof, I'm a mess. Do we know why Mama died? Not specifically, but we do know that her people often die in childbirth. So that's my theory, at least. As for why they often die in childbirth, that's also a good question. They have some kind of slightly weird supernatural stuff going on, which might be related to that, and probably is also related to why she is in his brain. Yeah, lots of mysteries. Hello? Ugh. I pull the blanket back into place and sit up. Leave it. Who cares? I don't recognize her. If I did hang around with a crowd, which I don't, unless I count Murray and Marius, and I shouldn't, she looks like the sort of crowd I'd avoid. She's all over speckled with rust-colored stains that I would rather not identify. Those stains might be my fault. Roll over. I think that was her jacket. This is my bed. First time I'm hearing you complain. I can feel her at my back. She's close enough that I couldn't roll over without crushing her. Thanks. Fuck off. An interesting response. It's freezing cold, but not so bad with her body heat at my back. And there's a single thought burning inside me. I will not let this stand. Arik? Murray. I tug the raggedy blanket up. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. She comes in and takes a seat, curling her left leg under herself. Her sleeve dabs at her face.
I've been sure you were dead for days.
How long has it been?
Your father came to me 3 days ago, looking for you. When I said I didn't know what he was talking about, he was heartbroken, Arik. He didn't know what to do. He just kept asking, what do I tell his mother? How do we explain this? What do we do now?
They weren't taken away.
They left, I believe. I hope they left. Your house has been torched to the ground.
Where would they go? Without me? We've lived here my whole life. They walked out of court before my time, got as far away as they could, ended up with me, planted roots. Guess I was the only thing keeping them stuck here.
Arik, don't be snarky.
How did you find me?
No, Rayanne found me. Camped outside my house until I came past, then snatched my cane right out of my hands. So I had to hear her out. She claimed to know where you were, and said you were asking for me.
I was asking for you.
She thought you were, in your sleep.
I didn't even know I talked in my sleep. Thank you.
But they're still looking for you.
They what?
The people who did this to you. They're court guards, did you know? Hunting you down. On the tiny possibility you survived. They wanted to search our house, can you imagine? But Maman and Pare said absolutely not. My crying probably helped our defense. But you've been safe with Rayanne, and when you're better you can come with me, as soon as we can move you.
No. How long can you keep me hidden? If Lord Kodath's decided to come down on everyone who speaks out against him, they'll hunt us down eventually. Wherever Malantari went, they had the right idea.
What are you planning, Arik?
Wait, who's Rayanne? She's halfway through a loaf of brioche. Crumbs all over her face and hair.
Wow, thanks. After all the special time we shared. Me, I'm Rayanne.
I nod. She nods back. She's more interested in the food.
I wanted to show my appreciation somehow, but...
You rewarded her for my life?
I thanked her for her assistance. It's what I do. Have you seen her hands? You can just about see the bone through the skin. It's not as though we can't spare it.
I am glad to see you.
I am glad we know where you are. It wasn't a smart move, was it?
They moved first. And believe me, I've been stuck here feeling like hell ever since. But also, thinking. Alright. So this... Yeah, if we want to try to do pacifist, I'm gonna try to do this. You know what? Why not give it a save? Oh man. Where even am I? I guess I can tell by the dates. Alright. Let's try to go pacifist from here, I guess. Did they hurt anyone else? Alantari used to talk the head off just about anyone who would listen. Are they going after everyone who...
Everyone is fine. They've just been all through town looking for you. Marius has been trying to find you, too.
He didn't just assume I was dead.
Oh, he certainly thought you were dead. We all did. He said he was on a treasure hunt in case you had coins in your pocket.
Oh, Marius.
You will be disappointed that I found you first. Said he thought he knew every nook and cranny in the town. But you're alive, so it's all right now.
So my sacrifice was worth something.
Your sacrifice?
My getting in their way means they haven't gone after anyone else. How long will that last?
That was why you did it.
Yes. Honestly, I'm not sure. I'd like to think that was my plan. But I don't know how much serious thought was going on when I decided to rush those two guards. People want him dead, yeah. I think he's very much assuming that they're just going after everyone who's, like, suspected of speaking out against the Lord. So, like, his parents were kind of known for, you know, talking shit, but they never really, like, did anything rebellious, which I think Arik is kind of frustrated with, that he wants to do more. So he's assuming that that's why the guards came after them. But I don't think that's the case. I think they're specifically after Arik. I think there's more to his backstory than he knows. In fact, I'm definitely wondering how much he knows about his own story. Like, he knows that he's adopted, but he doesn't really know anything about who his parents are. Does he know that the ghost lady in his brain is probably his mom? I don't know if he knows that. So, like, I'm pretty sure that his adopted parents, like, obviously know about his history and are, like, deliberately hiding him away. But the question is, what exactly is the greater conspiracy going on here? I guess we're going to find out. I'm really excited to find out because I've had so many questions this entire game. It is true that ever since I did it, I've been far more worried for everyone else than for myself.
How noble. No, I never had any inkling you were that sort of person.
What? Someone noble?
No, I mean, any of this. You've always seemed so satisfied with how things are. Never determined to make a difference.
So, one of the interesting things about this game is Arik is very much like a real character and not just an audience self-insert. But on the other hand, you can affect his mindset and his opinions on things, which is really interesting. I'm wondering, like, why and how? Like, what's the difference between these routes? Why is Arik more selfless in one route or more violent and aggressive in another one? Like, is there a lore explanation for that? I don't know. It's really interesting. So I know on my first, like, violence route, Marae at least she kept saying how it's because of Rayanne that he's, like, getting too close to her and she's a bad influence and she's, like, you know, making him violent. But I don't know if that's true. And I don't know what kind of excuse they would give if I wasn't, you know, romancing Rayanne at the time. I talk about this stuff just as much as they do.
Oh, yes, we all talk about how the war needs to end and how someone ought to stop Godard, but I need to get back home. They'll be wondering where I've gone. I shall return tomorrow. I'll try to bring Marius. Let's give him his treasure hunt some closure.
Right. Okay. I'll see you then. She leans against the wall by my feet and bends her knees up to her chin. Oh shoot. Everything okay? My OBS disconnected for a sec? I hope we didn't lose anything. I think we're probably good. She shakes her head.
I don't want to talk. This is fine.
Thank you for saving my life. She just sits there, huddled up, waiting for me to fall asleep. So that's what I do. Are we gonna dream about Ghost Mom? Oh, I'm so excited.
You gave me a fright.
Sorry.
Whatever you did, don't do it again, dear one.
Wasn't planning on it.
You all right?
No. I like that you can see his face isn't injured anymore. Although he does have a scar under his eye.
All right. Do you want to talk about it?
Mel said I had to run. Sent me to the Bell Guards.
And then Murray beat you half to death with that cane of hers. I see. Ari, I promise I won't be mad.
Soldiers beat up Tari real bad. I had to go past 2 of them. They were looking the other way, and for a moment, I just figured...
Oh, Ari, my darling. You fucked up.
Every inch of my body is making that point right now, thanks.
I didn't mean it in anger.
Ray says everyone else in the whole town was fine, because I took the hit. And she said she was surprised that I was that kind of person. But it made me feel so purposeful. Why can't I be that kind of person? Do you think Mal and Tari are okay?
You know them better than I do.
So it's interesting from this conversation, it seems like she doesn't know what happens to him. Like she doesn't see what's going on. She just relies on him telling her what's happening outside. Interesting. How would you feel if I died?
Like there was no point in being me anymore.
I mean, what would happen if he died? Like, does she literally only exist in his head? Or is she, like, an actual ghost that's haunting him? And if he died, she could go haunt someone else. I guess that's why they left.
Mal and Tari have always had their eyes on the horizon. Now the sun has set, and they will mourn. But it has set before, and risen again, and will rise again. They will keep moving. They will grieve you and what could have been, until they see you claim it. Does that make you feel better?
Not really.
I can't add, Ari, only clarify.
Yeah, I know.
Those 2 have been fighting for your life all these years, my boy. If they can fight no longer, then someone else must stand.
Thanks, Ghost Mom. I gotta sit outside and wait for Murray. Anything I can wear? She tosses a pair of trousers at my face. They look...
Your care package.
There's a pile of neatly folded clothes by her side of the bed. I have to sit up, keeping the sheet with me. and lean right over Rayanne to grab everything else. The shirt's a delicate fabric, too long for me and too broad in the shoulders. It smells flowery. I turn away from Rayanne to fit on the trousers, but once I have one leg halfway on...
Stop. Wash first. Outside.
Oh, fuck my face. Just outside the shack is a neat little rock-lined pond. I wash myself down cautiously, slicking back my sticky hair. Damn Marius and his taste in trousers. These laces are a struggle. I slump back against the wall and try not to think too hard about our surroundings. Getting saved only to end up in a cemetery. Rayanne's probably taking advantage of my departure to reclaim her bed. I'm getting aggressively poked in the shoulder. Hey man, looking good. Am I? Looking good as in good to look at you. Glad you survived whatever you went through. Same. Is your sister around? Coming. She told me where you were and I came ahead. Did she tell you anything else? She wouldn't tell me anything about how you lived, but I got the rest covered. And there you have it.
Mama and Pare are starting to worry about me. I said I had to take a walk, and I don't think they were suspicious, but...
What did they think is going on?
Same thing I thought had happened, before Rayanne informed me otherwise. Though they're more optimistic that you might be in hiding. We had dinner in your honor, did I mention?
Is Pare all right?
I think he quietly suspects Auroch's run off with you, though he won't admit it. Anyway, now that you two have done the hellos, we need to talk.
We do?
Don't pretend we both didn't see what you were getting at yesterday.
We all want to make a difference, don't we? And everything wrong with the world starts in one place. I have to leave, and I think I need to go to the capital. And do what? And stand up to Lord Kodat. Like we're always saying someone should. Like someone should have, decades ago, before what happened to his father.
Well, in that case, we need a plan.
Hello, Vucky. Welcome to the stream. We? Am I coming? Do I want to come, or am I being roped into this?
It's fine. You'll be fine. We don't want to leave Auric again, do we? We need someone to keep an eye on him.
Excuse me? I don't think I'm a great pick for babysitting.
That's not it. I mean, of course I want you looked after, kept safe. But really, if you can make it, I'd like to see you do it. Without question, I want to see you face down Lord Kodat.
There it is. She wants me to do it. She thinks I can.
I'm coming.
You think we can make it? Even after all of this?
I think I can, with a team.
Can you, but as part of my team? Are you two staying in the same... Oh, stop.
not much of a team, though. Not really. We can't just turn up and show him what's what. We should start somewhere smaller.
Come now.
Do you know where your parents went?
I can't tell where the question is pointed and rhetorical or pointed and demanding.
When they thought you were dead, they destroyed their house and fled the town. Those aren't the acts of people running away.
That's people who know where they're going.
They can't have taken many supplies traveling on their own, and they didn't take a boat. They walked straight out the town gate.
They didn't take a ship, Mira. We're a ship. And they should have. From here, ships are always faster and easier. Maybe they weren't thinking faster and easier.
Perhaps they were thinking fastest and easiest. Perhaps they went through the forest.
Oh, no. Nope. No.
If they thought they'd survive it, then we just have just as much of a chance.
I would strongly contest that claim.
Your friends are superstitious.
It's not superstition if it's business. Our family has been detouring around the forest since we were children.
I think you're half right. They didn't go through the forest. What if they went into the forest? Is he scared of trees? No, I think he's more scared of what's hiding in the trees.
But there's nothing worthwhile in there.
People wouldn't go missing if there wasn't something going on in there.
And if your parents headed there as soon as they thought the Lord was making a move...
That is where we start. Oh, no, 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 no. I know people who've been killed in there. Well, people said they were.
People don't get killed in there. People make up excuses and throw around the blame.
They never said what's in the forest. No, they did not. Right. There's our plan. Get to the forest, see what we can find in there. Make it to the city and then a ship to the capital. I'm not going into that forest without backup. I have absolute confidence in your abilities. Really, I do. But there's one of you.
That's fine. I can arrange for one more to join us.
We're leaving tomorrow. We'll need a few days' worth of supplies. The forest's what? 1 day's walk?
Auric, are you sure about Rayanne?
Yeah, she saved me. I owe her my life. She's good. Have some faith. And whatever's going on there might help Marius.
It might. It might be what he's going to need.
We get halfway through the forest and it's gotten worse. You can always take him back. I feel like 90% of dudes would mindlessly follow two cute women into a forest. Probably.
There's things I need to sort out before we go. I need to get stuff set up.
Right. Tomorrow, dawn? What sort of stuff does she need to set up, do you think? I get the strong impression for a moment that Murray is considering saying something quite cruel, until she thinks better of it. I'm almost impressed she has that in her. You think so highly of your friend, Auric. I... See ya.
Like a puppy.
And I had just been impressed by her restraint. Have you got an explanation for your parents?
I'm getting Marius out of town and on the road. Our friend's just died. He's very upset. This might be what he needs to shake it off. We want him home, Auric. We want him home. This is what has to happen.
It's not the only thing that needs to happen, though.
Don't concern yourself. Your vendetta comes first. Now, if you don't mind, I need to go pick my brother back up.
See you tomorrow.
Stay safe.
Yesterday, the very first thing I asked Murray was, has anyone else been hurt? I don't want anyone to be hurt. Not because of me, not because of anything in response to me. I'm going to try to be better. So we had that way back during our first run through this route, but I ended up going for violence anyway. Let's see if this time we can actually stick to not hurting anyone. I'm recovering. I am. I'm getting better. But oh god, I feel like absolute shit. I drag myself back into bed and pass out instantly. Ghost mom time. Marion. Marion? She's still too much. I thought we had more time before she... What does this mean?
Over here.
She stands knee-deep in the pond. So is she, like, disappearing? Is she on a time limit? What's going on?
What is it?
We're leaving. Tomorrow. Going, I mean.
Going where?
To the capital.
You're all going to the capital. Of course.
I can't tell how she feels about that. Ooh. Have you noticed how much you're fading? No, I can't. She doesn't know. I don't think she can tell. I don't want to scare her or make it happen faster. Is this going to end with her fading away? Because that would be really upsetting. Can we not? We'll have enough time. There will be warning before she's gone. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that, game. Me and my friends, mostly. We're going to make it to the capital, and we're going to confront Lord Kodat about everything.
Yes. Yes. No plans for you but your own.
Yeah. We're heading to what might be a secret rebel stronghold, and then the capital. The court is our ultimate goal. Letting go of the ghost of his past? Yeah, I guess so. We deal with Lord Kodat, make him stand for what he's done. Change this world however we can, in whatever way we can.
You're moving.
I'm moving.
And that's what you're here for.
I hope so.
Then I owe you some my support. As far as it'll take you.
Thank you. The village is filled up with soldiers, but they're not hard to avoid. Before I met Murray, I spent all my free time running around the back streets. Must have woken up before everyone else. I've never really looked at the memorial here. The stone pillars bear the names of all the locals who've died in the war. There must be one of these for every town in Richard. I'm guessing ours hasn't been updated in a very long time. All the names still fit. Script up top reads, "Those we lost in the sea wars." I always have so much trouble pronouncing all these names. I'm so sorry. Back in the sea era, under the reign of Lord Adair of the Boxsea Barnet. What are these names? Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop repeating myself on it. Let's just go. Kodas War. I can't. How do you pronounce any of this shit? I'm gonna say Shia War? Doesn't get memorials. Heroic young people don't march off valiantly. We're dragged, kicking and screaming. No Terrasins listed, of course. I can't find any honorees or reals either. Tari and Maul's families weren't from around here. There are a few Belgards. No Aparoas, since Marius and his dad are the only two the village has ever had. No... What's Rayan's last name? Does she have one? Someone scratched in a jagged X near the bottom. Beneath it, blunt blades have carved more names into the stone. None of our names on there, I hope. How would that make any sense? Time can be fake sometimes. There's a bag slung over his shoulder. It's far too small to have anything useful, so it's probably a single change of clothes and a backup supply of something. Do you have any weapons? Do you? Well, yeah. I show him the sword that Maul gave me when I left, belted to my waist. Oh, right, that. Good job keeping it around, but really not for me. I have these. His brass knuckles catch the sunlight. I remember those. With your name on the inside? Monogrammed engraving, yeah. From Mira a couple of years back. Honestly, I'm impressed you kept them. Guess that's fair. Sometimes you gotta throw a punch. Otherwise I might have traded them off by now. He holds up his right hand to show me the crooked joint on his pointer finger. Snapped that right when I started, but once I got the hang of it, people stopped bothering me so much. Bothered?
In a hurry.
Oh,
I figured I'd be last here.
Ray's going to be late. I swung by the house. He was making arrangements with... you'll see. I side-eye his secrecy, but he's too busy side-eyeing Rayanne to notice. Why the hurry?
I'm a scorched earth sort of person.
What's that supposed to...
Oh, the mud makes it so slippery. Major, can you... Oh, never mind. You're carrying enough.
Hello, fluffy one. Are you joining our stream today? The creature has arrived in all her fluffy, fluffy glory. Gotta take a quick cat pet break. Appease the beast. Also get some water real quick. The floof shall not be ignored, indeed. If I ignore her too much, she might start chewing on the corner of my computer. And then we'll really have to do something. There you are. There you are. We've been waiting. And apparently we should be in slightly more of a hurry. It took some time to have everything in order. Meet the Major, my gift. A mercenary soldier of late in your Lord Kodas' 15th Battalion. Recently returned from the Akilar battlefield. My loyalty and my rifle are pledged to the service of Arik Terryson. Ray, how much did you explain? I am familiar. It sounds all a game to you. Look, maybe the old folk think they wait around long enough and the problem gets fixed. But this is the world we were born into. This is all we've ever known. And if that means we're the only ones raising our voices, so be it. Yeah, lots of people raise their voices, but not a lot of people decide to take 4 people to the Capitol to stage their own revolution. The They're such dumbasses. I want to be on the side of the people who make a difference. Did you say you fought for Kodad?
I fight for pay.
Whatever works goes. We should go. Oh, hang on. Kitty is causing some kind of trouble back there. It's probably fine.
Yeah, we should.
I pull my hood up over my head to shadow my face. It's not much of a disguise, but it seems to do. We make it past the village gates without trouble. The streets are mostly empty this time of day, straggling people without wagons dotting the road, until eventually they aren't, and we're all that we can see.
So Arik looked so small and hungry that I invited him home. And Maman and Pare didn't mind. I think they enjoyed having a boy around again. And then he came for dinner the next night, and the night after that. And naturally, eventually...
Hey, I'm not impressed by your friends.
Give them a chance. Should they make an effort to impress you?
It'd be easier to work with them if they tried.
You're doing fine.
I'm not, but I'm not worried. That's your problem. I knew what I was signing up for.
Which was...
You.
I stumble. She doesn't laugh. What about a drive for change? A thirst for more? Heroism? Immediately put off.
I don't need any of that.
But you need... me.
Don't flatter yourself. I saw you, and I wanted to know more. Who this guy was. How you ended up in the situation we met in. You keep that sort of thing up, and you'll keep a very happy me on your side. That's all I gotta say.
Well, unfortunately, I think we're going to be disappointing you this route. And then they find us. There's 5 of them, all on foot. A straggler in the back drives a cart. One soldier looks down their nose at us, eyes roving head to toe in cautious assessment. I wonder who these people are visually based off of? I mean, I don't think they're necessarily based off of anyone in particular. They probably want money. Hooray will sort it out. Hooray and Marius Belgard! I never...
Indeed. Have Sir or Madam sent you in pursuit of us?
No. Their names have come up in association with an Arik Terryson, whose body is yet to be recovered. Put your weapons down. We don't want to fight. We don't need to. The straggler with the cart has caught up. Slung across the benches are an assortment of ropes and chains. Marius's hands fasten to the back of my shirt. Not referenced off some stock photos or maybe the writer's friends. I mean, I feel like most characters usually aren't. Like, I guess it depends. Different artists have different methods. Don't let them take us. Oh, poor Marius. I am trying to go pacifist this route. I don't know if that means I should let them capture us. I would feel very bad for poor Marius. His voice is a thin prayer. I can feel the shake of his fingers in the space around my skin. Marianne is holding her hands carefully, fingertips curling into her palm. I can't tell what she's clutching.
I ain't going down here. Not now. Not easily.
Awaiting orders.
Alright, what are we gonna do? We're not taking them down. We're trying to be nice. I think we have to surrender. Let's do a save real fast. Just in case. Stand down, soldier. Drop the rifle. I fold my arms behind my back and straighten my posture. Feet shoulder-width apart, shoulders straight, mirroring our opposition. We have to surrender.
What?
Oh, no, 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 nope, no. Marius crumples in, wrapping his arms around his knees. He's so small. Listen, everyone. It means the world to me that you decided to come along. I'm not willing to risk any of you being hurt. I don't want anyone hurt, even our enemies.
Has there ever in history been a bloodless revolution?
If our success will cost blood, then that blood must be mine.
Marius, it's all right.
I refuse.
Order said stand down.
Ow, fuck you!
We surrender. The one on the cart laughs. I wonder how we look from the outside. Marius small and quivering. Marae motionless. Rayanne is face down in the dirt, free hand clawing for purchase as she tries to buck the Major off. The Major sitting on what might have been our best chance at getting away. And I, Lord of all I survey, stand with my head bowed. Knees on the ground, hands behind your back. You can let her up.
Get off, you motherfucker! Arik!
I can see how badly it hurts them all to submit. I've been trying to spark the hearth of their discontent, promising everything they've convinced themselves they'll never get. I've preached fury and rage and vengeance and violence. Maybe not intentionally, but that's what they heard when I spoke. Now they must lower their heads and have ropes looped around their wrists and behind their backs. Word is going to get back to Marae and Marius's family eventually. Their parents won't like having more shame on their household, but her mother can't afford to lose another heir. Marius will be fine, even if he isn't now. The soldiers are moments away from manhandling him when Marae convinces him to hold out his hands. The Major stands regally at the forefront, wrists crossed neatly at the small of her back. The soldier tying her hands struggles with the rope. Rayanne struggles and snaps, lashing out whenever anyone gets within reach, and it takes 3 soldiers to restrain her. Our spirits may be crushed, but they will rise up again. I kneel in the dirt and allow myself to be restrained. The soldiers pick me up and bodily toss me into the cart. Rayanne wipes her bloody nose against her shoulder. I'll make it work. I promised. You've promised so much. Just let me think this through. Get some rest. This is for the best. And I know you don't feel that, but I will make it better. The Major's muttering under her breath, but I can't make out the words. Most of Marae's corner is taken up by skirts. She wrinkles and unwrinkles her nose, quietly shifting. Marae's cane is by Marius's feet. He rolls it back and forth under his toes. The sound it makes would be reassuring if it was consistent, but instead it sets me on edge. I can fix this. Everyone.
Oh, stop. Please, no. Come on, come on, come on.
Marae drills her feet against the floor. You're The Major catches her breath and then she starts to hum. Everyone. We get it. It's part of the plan. We let them do whatever they want and they give us a free ride. It's not too high a cost.
If you have no pride...
Going through the forest.
Hmm?
Hear it around, under, almost over.
They really want to get you to the court. Huh. My voice drizzles out into a sigh and I give up. Let us swallow. As long as they remember to feed us and let us out now and then, we'll make it. All I need for now is someone to say we'll be okay, that I'm doing the right thing. But sleep and the comfort it brings neglect me. Marius starts to snore. Hey. Maybe if I get loud enough, our captors will remember that we're willing prisoners who deserve to be treated better than this. Hey!
Oh, stop. Ugh. This ain't how you take charge.
What would you suggest?
This was your burden to carry.
I don't... What burden?
You hear they are suffering. You won't work for them.
We all knew what we were in for when we started out. But this was always a possibility. Ugh. Marius drags his knees up to his chest and buries his face against his legs, rocking back and forth.
Can anyone see what just happened? Can nobody find some sort of way to peek out? Cane.
Right. I managed to hook Moray's cane between my knees and get it closer to the Major.
Lord have mercy.
On us? Them? Or the people who did it?
All three.
Huh.
What? What is it? It's horrible. Really
They're dead. Real dead. Messy dead.
what do we do? Move? Freeze?
Major, can you get a firm grip on the handle there?
The Major rolls the shaft of the cane around, and Moray plants her good foot onto it to hold it in place.
Pull.
Fuck.
Moray helps me to sit up, but it looks like we might have more trouble with the chains than the ropes. I can't stand up to see out of the cart.
Easy.
Spot check. That probably is the best idea.
Moray looks over, waiting for my protest. I stay silent. Marius? I want to go home. He doesn't look good. Clammy, gray, chest shuddering with each breath. Buddy. Any moment, I'm gonna wake up with another black eye and a broken nose. Someone's knocked me out and chucked me out the back. I can feel the ache coming on in my bones. I know. Everything hurts. I wonder if there's a filter you can slap on your model to more closely resemble the characters. That's an interesting idea. One thing I can do, actually, hang on. I wonder if this will help. Where is the setting? I keep forgetting where it is. I can find it. Here we go. Shoot. That's very dark. Yeah, spooky. Can't find the right... Is this the right window? Makes me look a tiny bit evil, yeah. It's just too dark. Come on. Oh, wait, sorry. That was... How's that? Ah. Unfortunately, I can't put it directly on using the game settings because it's on a separate... It's on my Steam Deck, but we can go with this. Let's do that. All right. No, don't look at me. I look like absolute shit. I feel like hell, and I don't want to be here. Hey, you've been through worse, and you've come out pretty okay, right? Some of the stories you tell us, they better be true. Oh, been through worse. Sure, I've been through worse. You haven't seen worse. Haven't been through worse in front of people whose opinions I give a shit about, though. Haha, you give a shit about my opinion? Sheesh, I feel like hell. I'm so gross. Don't let Mira see me. I try not to let her see me when I'm spiraling. You're okay. She's over there somewhere. I won't let her worry. Oh, she won't worry. She'll use it as another reason to look after me. Don't tell her I said that. I don't know why I said that. I love Mira. Shut up. I just feel like shit and I want to go home. This is getting off to a great start, isn't it? Can I go home? I don't know. Do you want to? Like, really? From your gut? Do you care? What? Of course I care. Ray said you were coming along. If that's not what you need, you know you don't have to be here, yeah? Stop. Are we seriously going on a quest to deal with Kodot? Like, for real? Is that what you need? Because you can't leave someone when they need you. Can you? She can't. I'm here for you, right? Right? And you're here for... He's having such a bad time. I feel so bad for poor Marius. I started this journey by lashing out blindly, angry and dumb. But it's like I told Murray back at Rayanne's, isn't it? I'm here to stop people being hurt, I think. No, not think. That's what I want. That's what I've decided to be. Sure, mate. You know, all the ways I fucked up before. No one ever chained me up and chucked me in the back of their cart. Sure, because they knew you were a Bellegarde. Did that never occur to him before? They knew, and they didn't care. I begged you not to let them get us, and you went up to them and with open hands. I'm sorry. No, you're not. Please don't be sorry. If you're sorry, that means you did it without thinking, and that makes it worse. You don't jump blind into things, right? Not always. You didn't run to Murray till you scouted out the situation, even though your dad said run. You talked about that? We talk. Is that what you were doing? Like, listening to them talking? Gathering intel? Maybe. I tried to find a safe passage with people who knew what they were doing. Last time people threatened you, you fought back with everything you had. Fought for them, but you wouldn't fight for us. I didn't fight for Mal and Tari. I let them get beaten down. I picked a stupid fight afterwards. Wait, that bit where they beat you up, that wasn't you trying to save your mom's life? Hardly. Did Murray tell you that? What, to make me look better? It was 2 random soldiers I stumbled across. And look, that wasn't heroic or anything. It was dumb. I regret it. The first thing I asked Murray when she found me was what happened to everyone else. Because all I accomplished was getting everyone in danger. So you got the chance to do it again, and you figured... I don't have to be proud of everything I've ever done. I guess I can believe you're trying. It don't come easy, huh? Nothing worth becoming is easy. Huh. Look, I am messed up. I do have issues. Issues that are completely unrelated to this mission. But what do you need from me to feel right? Okay. He puts his head in his hand and runs his fingers through his hair. Okay. I need something to hold on to. Something real. Do we want to romance Marius? I low-key am kind of tempted to. I'm really tempted to. We've never done this version of Marius's route. I mean, if this even works. I don't know if this will work, but we can try. You can hold on to me. Let's go. Out there. They're probably waiting for us. He didn't respond. But we'll probably circle back on that later. But for now, we don't get an answer, I guess. Hey. Maurice Kane. I didn't even know about that. Was it from you? Oh, the sword. Nah, the mom pare gave her that years ago. She used to get a new one every year when she was growing. Now she has one really nice one, because she's a shorty. I wanted to help with the carvings, but Pare thought I'd likely lose a finger. But if you look real close, I managed to get my initials on right under the... There's someone behind you. What? Get it! daze in his eyes, which tells me he's only being efficient because of the directness of my orders.
There, that's who did it.
Who are you?
Someone who wants to see what you'll do.
Oh my god, somebody actually did do it. Thank the Lord, I was... What are you expecting to see?
Something that justifies this. Do you believe that what you'll accomplish will be worth it?
I do, yeah.
But you must know you're not the first to try. Your problem.
Do you think we lack something?
You have time. Keep going through the forest. I'll keep an eye on you. Oh, and leave the cart. Too slow. Horse will break a leg. Go that way.
And then they vanish into the trees.
I think we may have found what we were looking for. We were found.
We keep going. So we gather up everything useful from the corpses, pack ourselves up, try to find the remnants of the path through the trees, and, with no other option, we head deeper into the forest.
Whew. Sorry, a little slippery underfoot. I may have come slightly unprepared.
You, me, and us both.
Stay quiet.
No sign of danger. Yet.
Doesn't the forest feel safer now? Keeping an eye out is her job. It might be weird, but I do feel better. I mean, the forest is dark, getting darker. The noises are spooky, and this could all go to hell in a second. But something out there, one person, one force, one army, is on our side. Sort of. I don't know what battles it's fighting, but it's picked us. I haven't felt this safe in days.
We haven't a clue how long that might last.
What if it gets tired of us?
What if it doesn't get what it wants from us?
Only one of them, so far. Are we in far enough now? Varric trusts this thing so much. Can we trust it to let us rest tonight? Your decision.
The day's been so draining, we curl up on the fallen leaves and pass out instantly. I can't sleep. There's something about still being awake right around dawn. Everything you've ever done feels like the worst possible decision you could have made. I wander a little way into the woods for reasons, and let my mind wander too. Ghost mom time? I'm sorry. So sorry. Everyone was so hurt when I called for the surrender. I can't apologize. I'll take whatever shame and humiliation I must to keep everyone safe. Are you proud of me?
I don't think I cannot be.
I don't know if I'm proud of me. I thought surrendering to those soldiers was the best option, but
it wasn't a kind option.
I could see it breaking Rayanne and Marius. And for all of that, the soldiers ended up dead anyway. Maybe worse. It was meant to be the only option where no one got hurt. want to be a good leader. I want to lead them right. I want them to know how seriously I take it.
I'm sure you do.
You used to be good at this. I don't want affirmation. I want advice. You used to be good at this. Please. So there was also an interesting thing way back earlier when he said that there's been a voice in his head, but recently it's been sounding more and more like his voice. I wonder if that's because she's fading? That, like, she's becoming less of her own person? And that's why she can't give him advice as much as she used to? I trust you more than I trust my own thoughts.
Meet them where they are. See where they want to be, and help them there. If they're not listening to you, then you must be starting too soon. What follows?
We march on. We need to get through the woods. If we can get through the woods and impress whatever's in here while we're at it, we'll be in good standing. Alright, hang on, give me a sec. I need a little bit of water. There's a lot of talking.
And then?
The court. The capital. However that might be. Or we make any sort of impact on whoever's watching us, and then all bets are off.
Then I wish you luck with your stranger.
She ruffles my hair.
I'm sure you'll be able to charm them over.
Aw, I'm sure we will be. I wake up to the dulcet tones of Marius throwing up into a bush. What does he even have in his stomach?
Bile, mostly.
Ugh. The Major is leaning against a tree, chin tucked against her chest. Rayanne is huddled in a pile of blankets. Are those Moray's skirts?
Disgusting.
Ready to move on your order.
Do you need a moment, Marius? Walking it off might help. Or not. Ugh. Oh, poor boy. Let's just go. This part of the forest has seen better days.
Are you a different person when you're with your friends? Or is this what you really are? Because this ain't what I signed up for.
What's changed?
Back then, you were like a match waiting to be struck. So close. And now I'm trying to tend that fire, but everyone else is pouring water on it and psh, out it goes. Suddenly you're worried. What do I do next? What's going to happen to everyone else? None of that matters. Are you trying to impress them? Is that it? You don't have to try so hard to keep me interested. We were facing them down, weapons drawn, blood thick in their veins, and you wouldn't even try to take it. Don't tell me you've lost your taste for it. Not this quick. Don't you tell me that.
Sorry, Rayanne. Rayanne, no matter what happens, whatever I do, I still owe you my life. Is she mad because we're not trying to impress her? I think she's more mad that we're not killing everything in sight. She wants to see blood. She wants to see the world burn. And we're being all, like, meek and peaceful.
Yes, you do! And you're wasting it!
I don't regret the choices I've made.
You... What?
Even the dumb ones. If that means I've let you down, you may need to rethink your expectations.
Ugh. You were interesting. You aren't now. Fine. How exactly do you know Aparoa?
Marius, we go way back.
How way?
Pretty far. After he and Murray stopped living in the same house, but not long after. They're brother and sister. Step, if you want to be technical, since they were 9 or 10. His dad switched to be a Bellegarde, but he wanted to stick with Aparoa. Parents kicked him out a few years back.
Oh, I wonder why.
How do you know, Marius? Does everyone out there just know each other?
He hangs around. Bit of a target. Talks like money sometimes. Doesn't have any. We tended to ignore him.
So why are you asking questions now?
You are a write-off. Where did he come from? He's not from around.
Is anyone from around? He and his father used to do a lot of sailing. Marius is a little perkier today, poking around trying to show Murray interesting landscape features. That face. He's on the prowl. He has no idea what he's in for.
So, you. What's her name?
You know his name. You were just saying it. Hi, Rand.
Are you scared of me, sailor boy?
Oh, yes. Yep. Entirely. Uh-huh. She likes to hear that.
Give me a second. Deciding how desperate I am.
I love the little eye movements. Like, wow. What attention to detail. Like, you can literally see her, like, scanning him. Oh, boy.
Nope, not there yet.
Hey, come on. Marius is a catch. You would be lucky.
Come find me if you're doing better in a couple years.
Yeah, appropriate reaction. We walk for another hour or two, but the conversation dies down and morale starts to sink.
Oh, everything aches. I was not made to sleep under such conditions.
I can help. There are some tricks to sleeping rough I can show you, if you'd like. I do some clever stuff with bundle-up jackets and straw, if I do say so myself. What do you do, Rand?
Don't pretend like you're on my level, mate.
I assure you I would not dare. You're way up there. I am not. Everyone wants to start a revolution until tummy hurt. Yeah, we're really bad at this.
I forgot the question.
How do you like to get comfy? In bed?
Gotta try harder than that, my guy. Kitty is back. Hello, fluffy one. I give some kitty pets.
No, I mean, yeah. No.
Do you have a moment To talk about them.
What? I wasn't listening.
She's not saying no. She is not. That's okay. I wasn't saying anything interesting. Are they going to be like that the whole trip?
Pardon? Oh, no, I meant our forest friend. Friends?
That's a delightful turn of phrase.
How much can you remember of what they said? I suspect the devil will be in the details.
Better question. How much could you understand?
Well, amongst the other issues, certainly there was a strange timbre to their voice. It didn't sound like any accent I've ever heard.
Maybe they aren't from anywhere. Maybe they just don't talk much.
But if they're related to the Revolutionary Army theory...
You think they could be running the show?
Wouldn't fit. One would hope the leader would be a little more cautious. I suspect they may be a scout, you know, sneaking around the outskirts, keeping an eye out for people. If we impress them, they might hand us off to the next people up. Gracious, the world is big, isn't it?
You seem to be holding up well, all things considered.
Oh, undoubtedly it was all big and scary, but it's done now, and it's not like it's going to change me.
Ray has always had a marvelous ability to enunciate capital letters. That was easy.
I find everything else more alarming. To wit, the lack of knowledge we have pertaining to our current circumstances. This forest is, figuratively, dark. I don't care for that. When I am on home soil, in my own domain, very little happens without my knowledge.
I've noticed.
Of course I knew that would change when we left, but I didn't know that it would. One finds themselves looking around, wondering from what new avenue trouble will come, who will appear, who will question, who will demand. If we are defined by the company we keep, then what are we becoming?
You don't say much interesting, huh? You gotta find a better use for that mouth.
Run, Marius, run!
Nevertheless, simply because I do not know my place does not mean I do not know myself. It does not. One more thing. The other day I asked Marius what his deal with Rianne. You remember, the sad puppy routine. What little he deigned to share, and, more usefully, what he didn't. I'm concerned.
Do you know anything about her that I should know?
Nothing I think you should know, no. But I know something about Marius, which I am telling you now so you can help. Hopefully. My brother is many things. Subtle is not one of them. It may not be a good idea to leave them alone together for a prolonged amount of time. Between you and me, I doubt he ever expected to have a chance.
Good for him.
Is it? He's trying very hard to change. He could be a different man this time next week.
That will be good for him.
He needs it, desperately. He's asked me for help.
I think he's enjoying himself. He was, anyway.
I don't know if he should be, but I'm not sure what I should do about it.
I don't know. Let him make his own mistakes. It's a valuable learning experience. Right?
But he's had so many learning experiences like this, and look how well they've worked out.
That's life. His life. Not your burden to bear.
My brother's life is not a burden.
No. It's also not your project.
I only want to help him change into who he wants to be. He'll never get there without...
And what about you? Who do you want to become?
What? Nothing. I mean, who I am. Don't change the topic. Don't you try to mess with me, Auric Terryson.
Auric, I need a word. If you don't mind, sister dearest.
I bequeath the joy of his company entirely upon you. I'll hurry the others along. Catch up when you're done.
You've perked up. I'm over the worst of it. For now. Ooh, boy. You would not believe what just happened.
Does it involve Rayanne?
I extremely need to talk about this, and for reasons that will soon become clear, you are the best audience I've got. This will get real personal. More personal than you and I get, usually. So I'm giving you a heads up in case you want to back out. Are you down to hear this?
Of course. Sure. Hit me up.
Excellent. Right, so I'm a few days out of it. All these feelings are coming back. I didn't even notice they were gone all this time. Or if I did, I figured they'd come back eventually, and by now feels like it's been forever.
Is this coming on in a good way, or a, oh my god, having to feel is the worst sort of way?
A good way. No doubt about it. Absolutely a good way. And these are, well, they're the sort of feelings you want to act on, if you get my drift.
What, all of them?
Not all. I woke up this morning and it was like, oh boy, where has this been for the last couple of years? Hello! I mean, around the vomiting.
Okay, I get your drift.
Right. Good. So, gotta act on this while I have it, in case it goes again. But, you know, there aren't many people around at the moment to, share a special sort of experience with. Except, I've known Rayanne for a while. I've always reckoned she's pretty fantastic.
How are you all excited about her, and I've never heard of her before?
Mate, I know you live in the shitty part of town, but socially, you're in a whole other world. And I'm not gonna randomly start telling you about this girl who's clearly completely out of my class. But now, I feel like, given the opportunity, we could really... You know. He's so excited. And I don't know if I'd ever have the opportunity in any other life.
Huh.
Yeah.
Just once! Into the air!
No.
So you reckon I should tell her how I feel?
Save. Save. So are we going to go ahead with romancing Marius? We kind of started it a little bit, maybe. Hold your horses. There's something you need to consider before you go ahead with this.
Are you accusing me of not thinking this through? You would be correct. Okay, shoot.
I don't know. I guess let's go for it. I get that you're focused on Rayanne. She's something else. But I want it on record that I'm here too.
You don't mean standing here, do you?
No. We've had our good times, right?
I don't know if you're being for real, and I know I'm not thinking with my head right now. Give me a moment. I keep thinking about what you said yesterday. You can hold on to me. Like the weight of your hand on my shoulder. And your voice went all soft, and you were looking right at my face, in my eyes. This boy is such a romantic. Look at him. Honestly, it was hot. uh, I knew you'd be there no matter what. You'd make sure I didn't fall apart. And if I did, you'd put me back together. If all I want to do is some messing around, I know you're the right person here for it. So, do you seriously want to do this?
Not just yet. I said it because I wanted you to look at me. I don't know if it's the right time to actually act on it. But if you can hold on for this a little longer, until you can be sure this is what you want, that this is going to work, then I'll be here for you after that.
Okay. Alright. I don't know if I can make any promises. That sounds like something I'd like to try.
Right.
I gotta talk to Murray. Don't. I won't. It's about something else. Yo, Mira, you'll never guess what... I'm just fucking with you. These sillies.
As we go deeper into the forest, the road becomes harder to follow. Finally, it disappears entirely into moss and soil. Murray starts to stagger and sway first.
Let me...
Leave it.
I'm just...
Drop it. Keep walking.
Can we stop?
We don't need to. But what hurry is there? I don't see why not.
Brilliant. It's not so dark yet. We can actually build a campsite.
Did we bring proper campsite stuff?
Ain't hard. Need some sheets or shit. There's gotta be something useful in one of those bags you've been carrying.
Don't you dare. Do not you dare. Murray's rolls of fine fabric make very fetching tents. They weren't for using. They were easier to carry than cash.
Bit of grime doesn't make them worthless, Mira. You know that.
Do not go there, you. I see what you're doing. Not everything is a metaphor. But yes, I suppose so.
What sort of beasties do you reckon lurk out here?
Oh no.
Someone's gotta go scavenge up something.
Actually, this is something I am good at.
Not impressed yet.
Brother dear, I don't know if I trust your judgment as it pertains to mushrooms.
Oh, and you know so much about edible forest mushrooms.
Actually, what do you know about forest mushrooms? You've never been in the forest. The breadth of my education was expanded after...
Oh, those tyrants.
I mind the camp. I'm going to stay too. Maybe have a quick doze.
Why do you need a doze when it's night in an hour or two?
To talk to Ghost Mom, probably. Oh, let him be.
Arik likes snoozing.
Clears my head.
Is it safe?
The greatest danger here is us. If something does come up, call out and we'll find you. If you need us. The Major drapes a thick cloth over her legs and begins to dismantle her rifle, lining up the neat metal pieces and wiping each piece carefully.
Terryson?
Yeah?
In the cart, I accused you of not taking responsibility. I rescind the accusation. Your choice with the soldiers was right. It was reasoned.
It was? Not everyone agrees.
Obey orders. Keep everyone alive. Not everyone can do what must be done. I will follow your lead, sir. However, revolution is messy.
She busies herself in the details of a complex mechanism. Have you been involved in one before?
Haven't we all?
No. Until now. I've thought a lot about it before.
The battle is simple enough. Godot has no heir. Whatever happens next is mess, is work.
I'm not afraid of work.
Will you be the one doing the work?
If the work I can do is useful. I don't have much to offer, though. And the people who should be doing the hard yakka have given up. We can't be all of that change on our own.
We. There's no we. The mission is yours.
If you die, they will be fine. Someone has to stop him.
If you don't know what comes next, someone else decides. Civil war is the wrong decision. It is your responsibility to ensure it is not given.
You're really drumming up your own experience, aren't you?
I'm trying to...
What? Hang on, why did that skip randomly?
Sorry, no problems here. Broke a branch. Fell out of a tree. All fine.
What on earth were you doing up a tree?
Climbing.
The Major hasn't even looked up from her work on her rifle. Completely unfussed. How did you know that was a false alarm? Let me guess. Experience again.
Yes. Everything all right?
Sure. Glad you're not hurt.
I was trying to climb a tree and the branch snapped right under me. Did it scare you?
Me, a little. The Major knew better, though.
Oh. She wasn't concerned that I was in danger. Not a bit.
No. Kept her calm. Very cool.
Oh, good. Good. Good.
Oh, Murray. While I wait for everyone to get back with food, I get the fire started.
Guess who got mushrooms?
What a group of silly people. Oh boy. Yeah. This revolution is an absolute mess. We have no idea what we're doing. We don't eat well, but well enough.
I'll stand guard overnight.
I think they're keeping an eye on us.
You're very trusting.
If they wanted us dead, we would be.
Trusting them not to attack us doesn't mean trusting them to stop anything else.
Then I'll stand guard too. Someone might come talk with us.
No point in 2 guards. We all need sleep.
First shift.
Then I'll take second. I doze for a while, but between the uncomfortable bedding situation and the weird noises outside, I don't get into a useful frame of mind. Major is still polishing her rifle by the fireside. Faint snoring comes from Moray's tent. As for Rand and Marius, no sign of either of them. Maybe they're both sleeping peacefully in their own tents. Somehow I doubt we're going to be that lucky. I huddle up next to the fire. Marius emerges out of the forest. His shirt's creased to hell and back, more than usual. He's a bit scratched up, like maybe he walked through a bush or 5. Next time I'll try to...
Next time? That wasn't nearly...
I'll make it work, I promise. I'll make it up to you.
You think you can... You absolute mort...
Oh my god, you guys. Rayanne runs one hand through her hair carelessly, brushing a few errant leaves to the ground. Chunks of bark are tangled in the furred collar of her jacket. My eyes skip back to Marius. His face is flushed, neck speckled with purple bruises. The Major just stepping back. Like she doesn't want to be associated with them. You children. I couldn't help but at least try. Was it worth it? It will be. It will be. Oh, get yourself off to bed. See you in the morning. I hope he ends up proud of however that works out. And I hope the rest of us get through whatever it ends up being. I mean, young love, right? That's not love. When are we going to get to see Ghost Mom again? I want to know what's up with her. Okay, hang on. Water, real quick. It is also getting a little bit late, so... I mean, this honestly would be a good stopping point. I really don't want to, though. I want to keep playing this game. Should we maybe get through the next scene at least? It's cold and dark out here, and the fire isn't much help. What do people do when they stay awake all night? Maybe I can visualize. Ari Terryson. Art. No, voice is all wrong. It's our boy! Looks like a cool game indeed. I see why you're enjoying it so much. Yeah, it's good! I am going to tell the others you showed up. You are. You've waited to get me alone. But I'll tell them everything you have to say. You think you know a lot of things. What do you want? I have tired of my own company. It's only you in here, then. No actual army. Or is everyone else deeper in? Eager, lad. I only said I wanted to watch. You have been watching. When do we pass your test? I have heard the way you speak to your companions. The way they speak of you. I know you find yourself to be cool, calm, and collected. But I would like you to put something into words for me, if you don't mind. Why are you here? Alright, I guess we're trying to go peaceful route. Let's say we're going to confront Lord Kodat. Challenge him to look us in the eyes and explain himself. He owes us as much. Eye to eye, face to face, across the court. That's your plan. Maybe you should let them know. Might help. We all know what we're here to do. I think that's a laugh. This isn't fair. They can't judge us. Not on this. You'll find he can judge you. And he is. But go on then. String your words together. Everyone wants to change the world. And we can. We actually can. Not yet, but we will. There's not a doubt in my mind. You all want to make the world better. That's why you're here. And that's what I said. Even your soldier. Why would the major be different? Ari. What? I'm not here to mess with you. What are you talking around? They don't believe in you. Why should they? Your major follows where her skills lead. This is not her first revolution, and it will not be her last. Your Rayanne snaps at anything in reach. Any grand purpose has been beyond her for years. Your Marius. He wanted out of his town, but he needed security. You offered both. Marae. Your Marae. She will not abandon you. Your friends will let you give everything you have, and then they will take you home. I don't tell you this to stop you. I can't breathe. He gets to his feet. What have you given then, Ari? Wait. I wasn't done finding out what he knows. Auric? Go back to sleep. Shan't. What's all this? The person from before. He thinks we won't see this through. Well, he doesn't know you, does he? No, I mean, he doesn't think you'll see this through with me. Auric. Of course we're not with you to see this through. We're here to see you through this. At least, that's why I'm here. And it's why I've brought Marius and the Major. And I don't claim to understand Rayanne. But that's the truth of it.
When you decide your desire for whatever this is sated, we'll all go home without regrets. How he knew that, though, I don't claim to know.
But, Lord Kodat, we're going to confront him.
If that's what you need, then that will be part of this.
But you don't think we'll get that far.
Frankly, I'm not fool enough to think I could do this. And while it may very well need to be done, well...
You think I'm a fool?
I think you need to believe in this, in order to fix everything that's happened to you. I won't leave you to do it alone.
That's the sort of thinking that gets you killed.
None of us are going to get killed, Arik, don't you see? Kodat doesn't care about us. You don't matter.
The numerous playthroughs of this game I've done where I get killed say otherwise. Murray! Murray! Has everyone been laughing at me this whole time?
Of course not. We'd never laugh.
Look, I need to think this over. You ask the Major to take watch. Think this over as in talk about it with Ghost Mom? Let's do that. Come on.
Whatever you need.
I'd lie down beside the fire, curl up, and try to sink inside myself. I'm losing them. No, what was it you said? Meet them where they are. I never had them to begin with. There's this man in the forest. He's been cleaning up my messes, I think. At first we thought he was representing some secret rebel army, but he's eerie. He's so used to watching revolutions rise and fall. He knows us without even talking to us. He responds to what you're thinking before you've even had a chance to start thinking it.
Is he ocular?
Is he... Oh my god. I guess he could be. It's interesting that we get that so early this time, because we're talking to... I guess, did Arik have this conversation on the other route too? But he just didn't put it together. Can't see his face. If he has a tattoo, I'll try and see next time. I think he'll keep on showing up.
And he has stolen your friends.
No, it's... He keeps questioning us. All of us. You should have seen him. Sitting right there. Counting us off on his fingers like he's torn us all apart.
I like him.
That's sweet. I wonder if... Does she know who he is? Probably not, because she does seem to only see things... Like, only know the world from what Arik tells her. But I think she can maybe put two and two together. Oh, you would.
So tear him open too. Use it.
But he isn't the battle I'm fighting now. The battle in front of me is... We're the problem. They are. They've only come along for whatever personal reasons they have.
It might be unfair to expect otherwise.
That's what Murray said.
Talk it through, boy.
Ever since I left the house, all I've been thinking about. No one's ever done anything. He thinks no one's going to do anything. He's so comfortable in that security.
All of that has always been true. It took this to make you believe.
I always believed the world would be fixed one day.
But you, little Ari, you thought other people would fix it. You didn't find it in you to move until it became personal.
Once it was personal. It was smaller and pettier and real.
Suddenly Kodat was a man, not a symbol. Someone who wanted to destroy you. And that revelation made you into someone who could want to destroy him.
And they haven't had that.
They haven't had that. But what if someone else has?
You think he's the same?
Whoever he is, there's a reason he is here. Your problem is that they know you. They think they know what you're capable of. Meet them where they are. Show them something powerful, mysterious, charismatic, motivated, personal.
All of the evidence suggests he's lived in the forest for however long, jumping out at people and yelling boo. I don't know if he's half the magnetic force you're making him sound. I don't know, I think he's pretty great, but I guess we'll get to know that in a bit.
Yes, he does seem to have been on his own here for years.
I'm always just like wondering how much she knows. Because, like, you know, if my theories are true, then, like, she's talking about her brother. Does she know that? Does she know that? Has she figured out who he is? Is she going to find out? I want them to know.
So meet him where he is. Show him a way to get to where he wants to be.
Oh, I really want to do both of these. Well, I'm probably going to do this multiple times, so we'll get there eventually, but which one do I want to do more? Let's be practical first. Where do you think he wants to be?
How would I know? You're the one talking to him. I didn't teach you how to socialize so I could third wheel, kidlet.
First of all, that's a funny thing to say. Second of all, she taught him how to socialize? What does that mean?
Worst comes to worse, and I know the idea is truly awful, but you could always ask. Because perhaps I'm going out on a limb, but somehow I doubt he wants to be here.
We're a bunch of kids, and he's paying so much attention to us. He's desperate. Whatever he was intending, he's failed.
Find what he wants. Then you can offer it. In exchange, he will give you power. And he may give you a reason. And, Ari, when you speak to him, do not let even one thought stray. Not for a moment.
You don't have to tell me twice. This is probably a good place to end the stream, but I really want to keep playing so bad. I think I have to. I think I have to end it. Oh. It's not that late. We can keep going, right? We'll do like one more scene. Man, I want to keep playing so bad. All right, let me get some water first while I think about it. I want to meet our boy properly. I want to see more. You said that half an hour ago.
Well, no, half an hour ago I was like, it's fine, we're still good. I mean, I usually stream for about like 2 to 2.5 hours. So we're coming up on that time. And we could do an extra long stream a little bit, I guess. Fuck it, we're doing an extra long stream. I'm probably gonna try not to go past like 3 hours, but we can keep going, right? We can keep going. Eee! Ah. What? Ah. We need to talk.
What happened last night?
I get it now. You were never here for Koda. Ray wants to get Marius out of the city so you two can do whatever you're trying to do.
You're not wrong.
And obviously the Major's here more for the money than the motive. And I wouldn't dream of prescribing any sort of motive to Rayanne. He looks so fond when he says that. So I know what we need. Oi, you! Get out here. Me. Yes, thank you. Look, before we go any further, you're gonna have to give us your name. What was that?
That sound in the middle.
Stop mumbling, my guy. Reckon? I thought it sounded more like... Reckon will do. Right, fine, reckon. You know who we all are. Marius, Ray, Elhasmi, Rayanne, Ari.
Rick?
Don't worry about it. So tell us, what do you want? I don't want anything from you. No. What is it that you want? Why are you here? I don't owe you that answer. No, not owe. There's no debt. You don't have the word for it. I owe you safe travel through the forest. I am responsible for your lives until you leave. But I am not responsible for your questions. Wait, did he just call him Ari? He sure did! I wonder why. Always questions, always mysteries. I think he's called him Ari before, too. I think you want us to trust you. And I'm trying to. Can't you throw me a bone? I think I've worked you out. I'm listening. If you will say it. You should join us. Come do this with us. You want to, don't you? You all make such a mess of yourselves. Your minds are all you have. Stop moving and start strategizing. What can you do if you share? Ah, no tattoo. And maybe with intent. Nice new little dialogue there. Well then, team. We should split up and show them what we've got. Who's got skills? Oh, Rayanne and I can probably hold our own in a scrap. You know, throwing some punches, fighting dirty. Mate, you can't even hold your own when you're... I said I was sorry. I am. But can we not in front of Mira, please?
I'm afraid that sort of thing is for no use to me. However, Major, if you wouldn't mind, and if it is not overstepping, I'd like to learn more about your rifle.
I can share too. Share what specifically?
How to pull off dramatic and heroic acts.
Impossible feats of violence.
Fingers crossed he means killing people.
Your choice. I'm not sure how wise it is to leave Marius and Rayanne on their own. At the same time, if anyone can convince the Major to share her rifle, it's Murray. I don't know whether it's the right time to play Reckon's game. It's up to you.
Let's do a save.
I think I want to go with Reckon, though. I like that scene with him. I think it's a good introduction to him. Though we are kind of doing Marius route, so I don't know. Let's hang out with Reckon. Maybe if we get to know him more, we can talk about him with Ghost Mom. A little bit more water, I think. Oh boy. All this talking is getting to me. What the hell? Let's take a risk. I'm going with Reckon. Very well. Patron. Coming.
Rayanne, if you don't mind.
You can show me what you have, little man.
I'd like that very much. Oh my god, these two. I swear to God.
Draw your blade. I was trained in swordplay at a... Well, they always said Tari trained with the best. Maybe trained the best. I'm a bit rusty. Reckon rolls his sword in his hand. My fighting style doesn't rely on weaponry. Is this a taking advantage of the environment thing? Or a the sword is the extension of the soul thing? Tari never had time for either. Neither. Humans are predictable. You fight enough of them, you know what they're going to do. You know what they're going to do, you nearly don't need to fight. He holds his sword before him. I can hear Tari in the back of my head, correcting his posture. I take a more aggressive stance, sliding my foot forward a little. Wait your time. Where did you learn this? That eye must be completely blind. Does he have any idea what's over to his right? I move to defend, but he's around my defenses in an instant. What was it that Tari would say? The body wants to take over. The muscles want to be free. But we are civilized human beings. Our weapons are not extensions of our bodies. They are extensions of our mind. The mind tells them where to go. The mind rules the battlefield. My mind is racing and still falling behind. He meets every stroke and finds every opening. Look at Regan, he's so cool. What a badass. Tell me more of your Tari. She and Maul ended up with me by mistake, but they'd say they were glad for it. Neither of them were particularly parent people, but they were mine. And now... They thought I was killed. They fled. Torched our house, then walked out. I hope they found a better life. Describe them. Is this some sort of multitasking challenge? Tari is about yay tall, dark hair, graying, shouts a lot. Mal's a little shorter, darker and quieter. They may have come through. No way. Going off those descriptions? Tari and Mal.
Mal. No, Lu. Ah, the Lucy. Real. Ah, Tari and Lu Real. And you ended up with Terrason. They couldn't agree on a surname. A bit of both and all of neither.
Oh my god. When did you see them? How? What? Where?
Here. They wandered through, maybe a week ago.
Through? Not around? You're so confident about your ability to keep people away, but...
I do keep people away. I also, if you hadn't noticed, draw people in. People who know what they are looking for. Present company excluded.
Were they looking for you?
They did not find what they were after. They passed through. Were they upset? No, never mind.
Oh, that's so sad. He's wondering if his parents are upset that he's dead? Of course they're upset. Come on, man.
Sorry. You don't need to feel this way. You don't know how I feel. I know exactly how you feel.
Is he catching on?
She was right. He is Akeler. He is. Now. Please.
He raises his blade again, and I go through the motions to defend myself. So, who taught you? I always heard...
My father trained soldiers. He focused on tactics of the mind, but he saw a certain value in appropriating enemy tactics. We learned the basics. My sister couldn't enter the army. No space for her. If she... You should have seen me in my prime. I would pluck strategies and training regimes straight from soldiers marching through.
How many people have come in here looking for you?
Not me. They're angry. They want a cause. Someone to tell them what to do to make things right.
And how does that go for them?
They haven't succeeded. But I do know this of Yorko. He carries a weapon always, and his face bears the scars of those who've come before you.
And you know that because...
The way I know most things.
This is going to be tough, isn't it?
More for me than you, believe me. Now, your friends are waiting.
We meet back by the campfire as the sun sets. Oh, man, I do want to keep going, but I think my voice is starting to go. How did everyone go? Oh, we did really good. We were throwing punches around and
We didn't do anything. You were stumbling around like a drunk while I...
Oh, you were fantastic in action.
You tried throwing a punch at my face while I was standing still, and missed.
You moved so fast. You went so hard. Oh my god. I think that's all we'll get out of them.
No harm done here. If the mechanics of that machine are fascinating.
So, who else knows he's an Akeler?
I suspected as much. Yes.
That explains so much.
Gross.
Yes, you did work it out quite quickly.
Ah, well, the whole thinking thing. You did have me confused for a while, though, without the...
When you people look for us, you only ever look for one thing. If you can't see it, you can't find us.
I've never met an Eckler before.
I have a question for all of you. Think it through, carefully. The thinking means more than the answer. If you could aspire to anything, what would you want to be at the end of this?
I want to rip the heart out of something. Something that will always be missing. That they'll always know was me.
You'll tell him if I'm lying, huh? I just want to be someone better, I think. There's probably all sorts of ways to do that. Too many to narrow it down.
You all know what I want. Godot down, off. Man gone, and bring in something new.
I want my friends to make it home safe and alive. But I'll give whatever I have to help get them there. Can't that be enough? Why must you always demand more? For things to be better for everyone who deserves better. That is all you'll have said aloud from me.
If I must, if I cannot keep my peace, then there is better work for these people. There are worse goals than ending the war. You've all answered. Does that mean you owe us your answer? No. For everything I offer, I must offer enough for sense to be found. All or none. I should not give half answers. I should not hide meaning. So I say you owe me the context of your answers.
Huh. Why must we tell you? Surely you know.
I'm rusty. What have you been told about the war against Akalau? Well, I mean, they're not really human, are they? I mean, as a nation, that's what people say. It's not how I think, which I guess you already knew. How do you know you're human when you can't feel each other thinking? But we believe you have your strengths and uses. We wouldn't go to war for that.
Is the war a money thing? Or a resources thing? They always end up being one of those.
Mind you, her parents do always make everything a money and resources thing.
During the reign of Lord Adair and his father, it was a resources thing. Akalau had so much land and so few people. If Kodot wanted land for a growing population, he wouldn't be getting us all killed off.
It's gotta be a power thing now.
This is your country.
Well, go on then if you know so much.
Akalar politician dead. Kodot responsible. That's not how I heard it. Not quite. What did Ghost Mom tell you?
I mean, probably loads of politicians dead and Kodot responsible. That's what happens in a war, right?
It wasn't during the war. It was peacetime talks. And he wasn't the Lord yet. His father was.
Ah, so before he beheaded Lord Adair. When he was our age.
Before he claimed the throne. still splattered with blood. That's a story we had, too.
So, he murdered the Eckler politician as practice. If it came first.
Not far apart. News of Adair's beheading came first. Dead Eckler, news in the background.
It's starting to ring a bell. Not a politician. Was she an ambassador?
Maybe. I was always told that she... Yes, she was.
She'd been working with Lord Adair. The court said she'd given up and gone home. Then the news came from Eklau that she'd never even arrived.
Aklau.
That's what I said.
Ray always has been one of those people who can't quite get their mouth around that k sound.
And then Lord Kodah strides into the court, all blood-stained, sword drawn, takes off his father's head and claims the throne, all in one fell swoop.
Wait, why is he bloodstained even before the violence happens? Was there other violence involved? Interesting.
Pere always took pride in the gory details. I think one of his people might have been in the city at the time.
I always figured he was trying to scare us.
That's a way of telling it. What's your way? Can you tell us, even if you don't owe us? She's a martyr, not loud. In all of the history books. Very saintly. Picturesque. No. Wrong word. With the type. Virginal. Naive.
Pacifist?
Pure of heart.
Perfect. Our war is fought under her banner, which makes your job easier.
Does it?
Yeah, it does. For Aklau, the war's not about Richard as much as it's about Kodat. No more Kodat, no more war. We'd get space to change.
All he has to do to end the whole war is taking himself out?
Drive to survive and be powerful can fail you.
Didn't fail him, just screwed us over.
Do you fight under her banner?
No.
Did you know her?
If she's dead. If she's dead. We deserve to know how she died. And I promised our father I'd bring home whatever I could find. You think she's still here? Something of her must be. We've lost everything she was to everything they've made her mean. We need something of our own.
She wasn't any of those things, was she? Naive or pure or perfect or anything. Saintly.
She was an ass. She was only... How old are you? 22. Your age. A little younger. Her name? Wait, say that again. There were some vowels in there that made my brain tingle.
Sounded like Marin to me. I knew a Marin once.
Close enough.
Is it, though? Is it?
I have to sit down.
How long have you been here? You have the right of it. Not quite 10 years. 7.
It didn't happen here, did it?
I came here through the port nearby. Started to collect information. People would come through. People who were at court that day or had heard about what had...
Godot didn't kill off all the witnesses? Stupid.
Leaving people alive who watched him behead his own father. That's about building strength. Building a mythology. We need something like that.
You want to march right up?
And take off his head right in front of everyone?
We confront Godot face to face. We talk. We know stuff about him that no one else who's tried this has ever known about him. We have Reckon, and we have her.
Her, huh? Her! Are you gonna tell anyone else about her?
We talk to him, and we win.
You make it sound so simple.
There's nothing hard about it.
I don't think it's going to be simple. We're going to need to spend a while brushing up on everything we need. Then we take that and we head towards the castle. We scout out the area, and we hash out all the details. Everything.
Her, this is getting weirder and weirder. I'm pretty sure when he says her, he's talking about Ghost Mom, is what I'm saying. Also, Marin is pretty darn close to Marion. I'm pretty sure we're all talking about the same person. That's the current theory. Yeah, maybe it's red herrings and the game is trying to fool me, but, you know. Like, my current theory is that Auric is the son of Marin and Kodot. That the reason no one knows what happened to her, that it's such a mystery, is because they covered up a scandal. That, like, they didn't want anyone to know that Kodot had an affair with, like, the enemy ambassador. You know? And yeah, that she... I mean, we don't know how she died exactly, but there's a later scene where Reckon talks about how their people often will die in childbirth. So I would guess that that's what happened. Yeah, lots of mysteries. Lots of theories. I really want to know what Kodot's deal is. Because he's up to something. Like, he's got something going on. And we don't know what it is. Like, when Art comes to confront him at the castle, he's very determined to kill him, but in, like, a resigned way, you know? He's just like, okay, well, you're here. I guess we have to do this. And I think, first of all, I think that Malantari, Aric's parents, are, like, in cahoots with him. I think he had them send Aric away because he knew that if Aric came back, he would have to kill him. I don't know why. I don't know what his plot is. I don't know what his deal is, and I'm super curious. All very, very mysterious. But yeah, I really want to get through to the end and see if we can get more answers out of Kodot. And also, I really want to talk to Ghost Mom again, now that we have properly met Reckon, and talk to her about Reckon! Like, that's presumably her brother that we're hanging out with now. Does she have anything to say about that? Do they know? Do they know? Oh, and also, one thing that's I've been wondering about the whole game is whether Reckon can hear her at all. Like, radio, I don't know if you caught on from them talking about things in very vague terms, but Reckon can read minds. So, like, when Auric is talking to Ghost Bomb in his head, can Reckon hear that? He's never really addressed it. There was one weird scene where Reckon was like, whoa, hang on, what the heck was that in your head just now? And I think that was him catching on to whatever was going on with Marion. But, like, I don't think he knows, though. I don't think he ever actually figured it out. Ah, it's killing me. I need them to know. Yeah, I was wondering about how he knew all those things. Yeah. And that's why he calls him Ari, because he sees it in his head. Yeah, that's how he knows all this stuff about everyone. This game. It is taking over my brain. I have so many questions, and I need to know all of the answers. I need to know everything. Ah! Alright, let's try to finish up this scene, and then we'll have to wrap it up for today. We're honest to God capable of this. I know it. Are you with me?
Sir, yes, sir.
You're gonna give me what I'm after. Oh, look at her grabbing Marius's hand back there. That's so cute.
Eventually.
If you need me, then I'll be there for you.
I am with you. I'll talk to Murray. You folks do whatever. Meeting adjourned.
Okay, there we go. Scene end. That'll be the end of the playthrough for today. Man, I'm so excited for this playthrough. I'm so excited to finally get answers. I'm super stoked about having little brain meetings with Ghost Mom and, like, getting more lore out of her and just finally putting all of these puzzle pieces together that we've been gradually collecting over the course of, what, like 10 playthroughs now? Probably not 10, but we've gone through this game a bunch of times now. And yeah, I'm so excited to finally start to put together answers. Man. I really want them to know that they're a family. Come on. Please. It's killing me. I hope I can catch the next one. I'm hooked now. I know, isn't this game so good? I really hope you can join me too. I'm so mad that, like, nobody is talking about this game. It's probably, like, one of the least known games that I've played. I think it has, like, 50 reviews on Steam. Like, nobody's playing this, and it makes me so mad. This brain has just been rotating, or this game has been rotating in my brain for weeks and weeks now. And I need more people to scream about it with. Seriously. Seriously. It's killing me. I love this game a lot. It's so cool. It's so mysterious. It's so intriguing. And even just, like, I know in this run I've mostly been focusing on, like, the plot, but the character relationship stuff is really good too. It's just so good all around. I love this game, okay? I love it. It's so good. But yeah. So excited to get more Ghost Mom perspectives. I'm gonna be really sad if she, like, fades away at the end. Like, come on. So far, all of the runs we've had have ended with people dying. And I'm just like, can we finally just have, like, a true ending where nobody dies and everyone just lives happily ever after? If, like, everyone lives happily ever after except for Ghost Mom, who disappears, that's gonna be really sad. Can this game not do that? Please. I know it's gonna do it. It's going to do it. And it's going to be horrible. But yeah. that was a good stream. Ah, I'm so excited for this playthrough. Anyway, we'll be picking up here on Tuesday. Plot twist, everyone dies so Ghost Mom can come back to life. Oh no. No. Yeah, so this weekend I'm probably going to end up canceling the Speed Paint Sunday stream. I don't know if I'll be able to make it. I think I should probably just preemptively cancel it just so I'm not worried about it. But yeah, then after that, we'll be back with more of this game next week, Tuesday and Thursday. It's going to be burning a hole in my brain this entire time. I'm just going to be sitting, waiting for more Amarantus. I need to know. I need to know all the answers. All right. I think we should, actually call the stream here and say goodnight. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying that. I work night shift so I can follow along. Awesome. Yeah, I'm really glad you could join me for this one. I know it's a little bit... This is like both a good and a bad place to hop onto the stream. Because on the one hand, we're actually starting a new playthrough and I'm actually like doing all of the dialogue. Because before I was like skipping through previously seen dialogue and whatnot. But on the other hand, we have played a bunch of times and I already have a lot of context. Anyway, yeah, I'm really glad you could join me. I hope you can join the next ones as well. And I hope everyone's enjoying this game as much as I am, because I am enjoying this game a hell of a lot, and I need more people to scream about it with me. So yeah, that'll be it for today. Have a good night. Hope to see you later. Bye.